everybody. Welcome to the Erik and Jamie Show. And I am your host, Elisa Medhus. And hello, Erik. Are you there with Jamie?
Yes, Erik says hi to everyone. Hi, Mommy.
Hi, sweetie cakes. I love you.
He loves you too.
I know. All right, I want to ask you some interesting questions here, of course. I want to know what the spiritual side of music is. I mean, you used to love music. I guess you still do. Jamming on your guitars and
He's so far ahead of me. I'm trying to get him to backpedal. Come back.
Reel him in.
I know. He's very excited you're talking about music, and there's many different facets to this that are supporting why music is so energetically healing. Mm-hmm. Not just the sound, because sound in and of itself has a vibration that can heal and balance. But he said the way that harmonies are perceived can sometimes... Okay, sorry, he doesn't want me to use the word sometimes. The way harmony is heard in the body, it does balance. Don't talk like that, Erik. Come on.
Erik, it's too early in the morning for you to be treating her like that. Maybe later. Save it for later.
Talking slow like this so the blonde will understand. I'm like, come on.
Erik, you were really blonde when you were a kid, so I would not go there.
Okay. Now, when the harmony is heard, it balances parts of the brain, and it actually can enhance certain hormone production. It can chemically change the makeup and the response inside of the body. And so because music can do this, it immediately is a mood enhancer. It's also, he says, way similar to smell. How smell is the what? Smell is the number one sense that triggers memories to the brain.
Okay.
Olfactory is the closest one to the brain.
Oh.
It has many more links than other senses, especially to memory. And he said music is way similar to that. That when you hear a song, you immediately go, I remember where I was when I heard it, how old I was, what was happening in my life.
Wow.
And it brings back this sensation. He said, so you got to stay on top of your playlists. You only want the songs on there that really inspire you. Well, really that will help you obtain the emotions that you want to have in your life.
Well, how do you do that?
He goes, well, let's say if you hear a song and it makes you feel like shit, don't listen to it again. He goes, that's how you do that, Mom.
Okay, well, I thought I was going to get more than that, but okay.
He goes, but we didn't even talk about the act of playing music on an instrument.
Oh, yeah, talk about that.
That's completely different because you have to have a certain multitude of... I don't think that makes sense. Do it again. You have to be able to use left and right brain at the same time. He's talking about the brain being able to independently move the fingers, keep a rhythm and also keep a melody going. So it's requiring two opposing sides to get along.
Okay.
And he says, and not only are you seeing, you're listening, you're thinking, you're feeling. So it creates this space where you can have many, he calls them body tasks, but I want him to really tell me what that is because I haven't heard that before.
Okay.
The body tasks, the thinking, the feeling, the independent movement of different fingers, keeping two, he's saying things, and I'm like, please don't say things, to like a rhythm and a harmony going on at the same time. Mm-hmm. He says that's what he means by body tasks, where if you look at other parts in your life, it doesn't require you to come to the table with that kind of skill. And learning this kind of skill helps with problem solving. It also helps you he said it also helps you in meditation. And I said, well, what quality in meditation does that help you with? He goes, the being able to control or discipline the thoughts and help zone He calls it zone down, not zone out.
Okay.
The zone down, I guess that means to be centered, so that you can achieve meditation. Because,
Okay.
we can talk about this all day. Because you want to continue?
Yeah, go ahead. Because I also want to ask you about the spiritual basis of or aspects of humor too. But do you have any other pearls about music?
Everybody needs to have music on at all times. And he said, I want you to know that when I'm talking about music, I mean something that you're listening to, an ambiance, a sound. And he said, if you're in the city and the taxis and the trains and the background sound is like music to you, then you've got it going on.
Okay.
Because I don't mean to overwhelm yourself. If it's crickets and birds, then there's your music. He said, I don't mean that you have to have speakers on and electricity 24/7. Nature has its own music as well.
That's true.
Ding. He says, let's
Okay.
and he kind of throws himself
And you're
back.
full of it.
Yeah, he throws himself back on the couch. He goes, I don't know if I have much to say about humor.
Sure. We know you do. Cough it up. Cough it
He does
up.
quite a bit. Laughter heals.
Yeah.
Laughter heals. Now he's shouting it. Laughter heals.
Yeah, it does.
And he goes, but it is... No, what do you mean? But laughter is misused in so many circumstances.
Yeah, laughing at people. That's no good.
Oh, laughing at people. Laughing to cover up being uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Laughing because you're really angry or you're hurting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He says that kind of use of laughter, he says, I'm not saying that kind of laughter heals. That's the kind of laughter that's either providing you distance, like blanketing yourself so you can't be seen, or covering yourself because you're actually, don't say that, because you're actually a lowlife and you don't know how to take care of your own ego. Sorry. He goes, well,
explain that more. Yeah.
That's the part where you're laughing at people.
Oh, yeah.
That's the part where you can't admit that you understand exactly what the other person is going through and you never want to be in their shoes, so you decide to laugh at it rather than show compassion. It's an extreme cover-up.
Yeah.
The laughter that heals is the stuff that is super, super funny, that doesn't hurt anybody else. And when I say hurt, I don't mean like punching them in the face, because I mean energetically take from them or hurt with words.
Okay.
That kind of laughter heals. He goes, it's amazing when you're laughing, you don't ever once think of time.
That's so true. That is so true.
It's not like when you sneeze.
Oh, God.
Just please can we pass it? Apparently he's complimenting laughing, that when you laugh you get very monotask, single-minded, and there's a certain amount of joy and excitement and single-mindedness. You stay in the moment. It makes you present. But he was comparing that to other tasks that we do, like sneezing. Apparently you can have 1,000 thoughts and even think about time when you're sneezing, because he said especially people think about, please don't fart when I sneeze.
Erik.
He goes, but you don't do that when you're laughing. You're just so busy laughing at what happened. Those moments are golden gems. Is that what we call it? Golden gems. And what happens on the inside, endorphins flying off everywhere. Ba-down. It's all these sound effects right now. Just think like laser gun sound effects.
Okay.
You got it.
You did good.
And he said the body, what happens to the texture of the muscles, injuries, stress, tension patterns, like he's showing me coming to the neck, the shoulder, scapula, down the back to the hip. We have these stressor patterns that we kind of hold in our body, whether it's from poor posture or carrying the burden of the world on our shoulders. And he says, when you're busy laughing, these things let go.
Okay.
and your body finds not just an emotional balance, a mental balance, but it finds a physical balance. And he said, I would love if doctors would just prescribe, watch 30 minutes of comedy, before going to bed.
That's true.
He goes, you'd fucking sleep better. You wouldn't think about the shit you were thinking about before, would you?
Mm-hmm.
You'd be thinking about, I love that one. You'd be thinking about Robin Williams when he talks about his cat vomiting in his shoe. He said, you think about those silly things and how it was presented. He goes, prescribe laughter. If you find you can't meditate, you can't sit down and get zen, then get on Pandora and start listening to your favorite comedian. Because it does the same mental, emotional, physical things. The only benefit to meditation is that you are also communicating to your guides and receiving answers. With comedy, you're not. It's like a guided meditation. You're listening to their words and you're visualizing the stories that they're telling and following through with laughter. But at the end, you're quite open. And he goes, and then why not go meditate then?
That's a good idea. Who's your favorite comedian?
He said, besides Robin Williams and Carl.
Oh, George Carlin? George Carlin?
Carlin.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about a guy named Ryan, this younger guy.
Who?
It's like I want to go type and look at the picture.
He's showing you a picture of him?
Yeah. Thin guy.
His first name Ryan?
That's what it sounds like. Mm-hmm. There's a guy named Ryan Stout and Ryan Hamilton. Oh, he's talking about Ryan Hamilton.
Okay, well, I'll have to check that out.
He's sarcastic, self-deprecating humor. I wonder why Erik understands that.
Yeah, seriously. Except Erik does nothing with self-deprecation. And not self-defecation either. I almost accidentally said that. Let's hope not. Okay, what about beauty and fashion? Christina, your sister, has this wonderful beauty and fashion blog, Pretty Shiny Sparkly. You guys have got to check it out. It's wonderful. She just gets she created the blog right after you died because it helped bring something good into her life. So let's talk about that.
He's going pretty, shiny, sparkly. Anytime that you're going to be taking care of yourself or doing something that you like to do, it's going to change your energetic quality. He goes, come on, just look at body posture of someone doing something that they don't want to do, and then somebody doing something that they want to do. It's not about the task. It's not about the actual outcome of the thing. It's about, do they like it or not? But we forgot that as Americans.
That's true.
He throws his arms out. He goes, so sorry, America.
Yeah, you're beating up on us all the time, Erik.
He goes, I know, but hopefully it's to get us to change.
Oh, of course.
Because we're taught to put our nose to the grind and do things we don't like to do so that we can get to something that we like to do. He goes, well, fuck that. Somebody else is going to like to do those things that we don't like to do. Let's find them. Let's put them in those tasks so I can start focusing on what I want and like to do. It's really about liking it, enjoying your work. But when we look at physical grooming, whether it's clothes that fit you properly, whether it's makeup or smell or...
the perfect pair of jeans. Oh, lovely.
He goes, you girls.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, you girls.
Jeans that fit just right.
He says, what about shoes that fit just right?
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
It's called flip-flops.
That's
what I got on now.
AKA barefoot.
Yeah, really.
But he says even down to nail polish and having saturated skin. Do you mean lotion? Lotion. Putting on
What?
lotion. Saturated skin is what he just called it.
Oh.
Being lotioned.
Okay.
Silly. All those things add up as self-care. Combing your hair, brushing your teeth, grooming. It's all self-care. And when you show self-care, you're showing a portion of self-love. Physical love to oneself. And it could be that you totally don't like cologne. You want to smell all natural. You like dreads in your hair. You don't like shoes. But those actions are self-care for that person. And it's showing the same kind of love and embracing. If we can do more of that, you'll find that you have more confidence and more self-worth when you're coming into relationships, when you're coming into business decisions, and when you're making decisions about what goals that you want to do in your own life. It's important to start with you. And he goes, and just decide what level of self-grooming you want to be at. And please, people, he's got really close to the camera behind it. He goes, please, people, make that decision based on your needs and not based on what you think other people are going to perceive about you.
Oh, God, yeah.
He goes, all right, so you're working on Wall Street, but you like your dreads. Fucking love your dreads, man. Don't cut them off so that you look like you belong on Wall Street.
Yeah.
That shit has got to stop. We got to stop pandering to the social requirements of whoever fucking said it.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's just cutting up on himself, like laughing. And
Well, you even make your own self laugh.
yeah, quite frequently. Yeah, so listen to your own level of need and feed it. Because that's the same with some people want to be seen more and some people want to be in the background.
Yeah.
You know, like some people don't mind being on camera. They just don't mind it. Some people are like, fuck that. I sweat. I fall apart. I don't know what to say. My voice goes,
Oh.
I did it. That was exactly how he sounded.
Awesome.
It's great.
You're getting good at this.
Thank
These
you.
sound effects, man.
I'm learning my sound effects.
Well, I know.
And he says, that is a level of comfort that you have to decide what do you like, what you do not like, and stick to it. Because a lot of people who are watching videos like this, oh, they just want to be on there because they have a big ego and they have this and they just want to show everybody what they can do. That's not always the case, peeps.
Sure.
Like, we're comfortable. We got some stuff to talk about. You're watching, hopefully, because you like it. And he said, if you don't, he says, thanks for watching.
Yeah. Turn it off. Okay. Anything else?
He's going down a rabbit hole. No.
Of course.
Ding.
Okay. Well, I think we'll close up there. And thank you guys for joining us. Really want you guys to visit withloveandlight.com. Jamie Butler's wonderful site. Subscribe to her newsletters. Look what's going down in her place because she's always got something cooking, something good.
Thank you. And definitely head over to Channeling Erik. And remember, that's erikwithak.com. Start with the archive so you can read the history of everything. Head on the blog. But don't forget, Channeling Erik also has a Facebook. And check out the post that Elisa puts up.
Okay. See you guys.
Bye. Erik says bye, everybody.
Like and subscribe and tell your friends about it. Bye.
Bye.